Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
What is going on, listeners? Welcome to the Smacked Raw podcast. My name is Rod Brood, and this is my return. I backed off from the podcast thinking I couldn't handle it anymore, but here I am. I'm back. I missed my homies. I'm back. We got Kevin Crazy here with us, and we got Thomas here from the Destiny community. I did a podcast with him on the Destiny side of town, and he's like, "Hey, I like wrestling," so here he is on the wrestling.
Yeah, we nerded about wrestling like 20 minutes before we started our podcast on Destiny.
It was definitely.
I also run a website called chartshot.com that's video game related, just in general. And I do a games cast every Friday at 9 o'clock Eastern.
Cool.
Yeah,
you can check that out at Gameplay stuff. I'm plugging myself.
Yeah, buddy, plug away, man, plug away. Yep, I'm on there too. You'll find me on there doing a Destiny podcast, and I enjoyed it. I actually wanted to do a Destiny podcast. I'm not smart enough for a Destiny podcast though, but I can guest star in Destiny podcast. But enough of the Destiny. Kevin Crazy. It's been what 3-4 weeks now.
It feels like forever.
we are the AEW tag team, and I'm glad to be back.
I'm glad that you're back, man. I missed you, bro.
So we are your so we don't make Kyle mad. We are your one-stop shop for AEW, WWE, sometimes New Japan. We do recaps, we do throwbacks, we do predictions, we do just about anything you can think of in the wrestling world. We put out about 4 or 5 episodes a week because there's like 7 of us. So I mean, we're constantly making content. We have Stitcher, we have Spotify, we have Apple Music. We're everywhere. We have a link tree. Hit us up. You can follow me on Twitter at 2 words can't see me, and you can follow Kevin Crazy. Where you at, Kevin?
I am at Kevin Crazy 316, and that is crazy with a K.
Austin 316 says I just whooped your ass. And then we got Thomas. He's on the Destiny side of town, but if there's any Guardians out there, you haven't reached out to me, so I don't think there is. But where are you at, man? What's your Twitter handle?
It's CSG Thomas on Twitter.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, Aew Dynamite, like I was saying before the show, unlike WWE, they had a good show following a pay-per-view.
Totally.
Whoa.
Right?
They started out with a Revolution recap, which was very short, but it got straight to the point. That tag match, I just want to plug it real fast because I wasn't on the pay-per-view coverage, but that tag match.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I don't like false threes very much, but when it comes to AEW, I love my false threes because they're well
there just wasn't a bad moment in that whole match. It was just so good. It was so good.
Yeah, there's a lot of great storytelling between the two teams and all like the history that they've had together.
Yep.
It was really well done.
It's absolutely amazing, but I'm surprised the Bucks didn't walk, man. How did the Bucks not walk? Like just like Mox walked with the title, it was perfect timing. You're a year in, you had your fun. Now give the titles to the real men. Like Paige and Omega, they're not a tag team. They're cool. Don't get me wrong, but they're not a tag team. Like
I hear you,
WWE,
and I agree. But you know what? I think that letting them retain the titles opens it up for a lot more storylines and potentially better storylines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like because it keeps that being the elite turmoil going a whole bunch more. I mean, don't get me wrong. I totally thought the Bucks were gonna get the titles, and I would have been cool with it. But like after I cooled off about the ending, I was like, it totally makes sense.
Yeah, and that little tease they did with Hangman.
Yeah,
like it kind of looked like he was about to do a buckshot on him, but he didn't.
I think that's going to lead down the road. I think he's going to do it. I think that's how they're going to lose the titles. They're going to flip, and Paige is going to, But I don't know, man. I don't know. I really wanted the Bucks to do it. But it is what it is. The story is very well placed. It's very well placed. It's definitely good times.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight's Revolution started out with your hashtag and new AEW World Heavyweight Champion walking through the crowd looking like a badass that he always does. The first thing I noticed, though, is he's got that gash above his eye. Obviously, he might have did the blade a little too deep or whatever, go all out, go balls out. But the eye patch was gone. For anybody that didn't watch, he pulled the eye patch off halfway through the match. Where are the car keys that caused the eye patch in the first place? Where is this $800,000 car? It just vanished. I mean, like, it just... Come on, that's a WWE move. You bring something into the storyline and then, like, it just vanishes.
Well, Tony Khan needed his dad needed his car back.
That's valid. That's valid, but give me some closure. That John Moxley throws the keys in the river. There you go. Closure done.
Yeah.
He was afraid that the car was actually going to get destroyed or some shit.
Tony Khan probably had to flip a coin on that one. Like, okay, hold
on.
Yeah.
He was probably sweating bullets every time that thing was on TV.
Y'all can use it, but come on now.
Jesus.
Oh. So Moxley goes in the ring and he starts giving his spiel on the new champ, and and I beat Jericho. But he did say one thing that I personally liked. He said the belt was never Jericho's. The belt was never his. The belt belongs to the fans.
Yeah.
Us fans made AEW what it is. We accepted it, we harnessed it, and we made it better than, well, in my opinion, better than WWE.
Fuck yeah.
And then he starts saying we brought pro wrestling back, and he knows that the Inner Circle is coming after him, and he's ready. He's watching his back, and boom, Jericho's music hits. How good is Jericho's entrance music?
Bro.
It's amazing. It's his own song, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it's a Fozzy song.
I can't think of a made it at any other level, like higher level than what he has right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, valid. That's valid.
Holy shit.
Like you have even like everybody booing you, they're singing your song. Like the music cuts and the crowd just keeps singing. It's so great.
That's the only Fozzy song I know, and it's the only one I like. I guess.
That's the only one that matters. That's why I chose it.
It's the only one that matters. For sure.
At this moment, though, my wife looked at me and like she knows wrestling, she knows who everybody is and whatever, but she doesn't. It's not her thing. She can't like fully get into it. But she's like, I never liked Chris Jericho. I was like, if this is Twitter, I'd block you.
But you're not supposed to like him. That's the whole point.
He's a legend, though, man. He's a living legend.
Like,
right.
I mean, the dude's done so much. I mean, like, obviously it's a joke. You're allowed to have opinions.
Yeah.
On the Smack Raw podcast, we don't judge anybody. You're allowed your opinions. But man, like, it blew my mind. I'm like, you never told me that.
But if you don't like Jericho, you get blocked.
I know, like.
Yeah, he's a goat for sure.
You got 40,000 people singing his song after they're done booing him.
Yeah. Oh, yo, and how about those new Inner Circle shirts that are like the Guns N' Roses
like
shit?
Guns N' Roses, yes, sir.
That was so awesome.
I wonder if Slash signed off on that or if they just stole it.
Who knows? He must have. I would have to think, but
yeah, you never know though. It's it's the Inner Circle. They do what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Jericho comes out and he basically tells Mox that he doesn't need the belt. He's still the champion. And then the crowd starts chanting. I don't know what they were chanting, but like he disses them. He's like, "You guys can't even chant together. You're all out of unison."
Oh yeah.
So he says the Moxley era sucks. So the crowd starts chanting, "You suck," or "You suck ass." That's what he said. "You suck ass." So
yeah.
You suck ass. The crowd was getting him. So Jericho tries flipping it and saying John Moxley is a cheater because he could actually see out of the eye patch. And Jericho trained for weeks.
He was training against an opponent with only one eye.
he almost had people convinced, I feel like, that like he was legitimately at a handicap because Moxley had both of his eyes.
Like that right there, that brings me back to my wife thing. You don't have to like the guy to freaking respect him. I mean, come on, you're a cheater because you can see.
Jesus Christ.
So great.
He's so genius.
So Jericho basically puts everybody on blast. He's like, we're going to tear everybody apart. And, we're out to get the whole AEW. And then he makes a deal with Mox. Say that if Mox walks out of the main event tonight, which is Jon Moxley and Darby Allin versus Chris Jericho and the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, Jericho will quit AEW for 30 days. And then he flipped it to 60 days. basically saying they're gonna want Mox so bad he's not gonna walk. So Mox tells him he's a stupid son of a bitch because Jericho's gonna lose, and then that kind of brought us to the next spot. But what'd you guys think of this? Like, is Jericho throwing some good shit out there?
I mean, it's classic Jericho stuff.
Valid.
So how can you not like it? I was a little disappointed only because I figured Moxley was gonna be able to walk out, and I'm going to the AEW show in Rochester in a couple weeks, and I was like, no, I want to see Jericho. You know what I mean? So I was torn at what I wanted to actually have happen. You know what I mean?
A little better lighting. Yes, that's for sure. Like I thought maybe they were actually gonna send Jericho off. Like, I don't know, which we'll get to that later. But I thought maybe he needed a break. Maybe he hurt himself Saturday.
Right,
yeah,
right.
I figure they don't really have much for him to do at the top level since Mox is now the champ and he has to fight a whole bunch of other heels that will probably come after him. So
yeah, that's very true.
So that leads us to one of my least favorite things in all-time wrestling history, an 8-man tag team match. Getting rid of 8-man matches. I'd rather, if you got 4-man factions, that's all well and good. Have 2 matches. 2 matches, 2 tag team matches. Have them back-to-back if you want to. I just don't like the 8-man tag teams. SCU and Colt Cabana, which is making his debut, against the Dark Order. Who is the Exalted One?
Brody Lee.
Cody Lee? I don't know.
Brody Lee.
Oh.
I don't know. Luke Harper.
Oh, okay.
God, that
That'd be
makes so much
interesting.
sense.
Yeah.
Wow. I was going to say Raven, because wasn't Raven sitting in the crowd?
Well, yeah, he was a couple times, and I think you could make a strong argument for him. I just, that's just who I think. That's who I want.
Luke Harper makes a lot more sense because he's already got the dark past, and he can be that thing. So I mean, I don't know. I'm changing my opinion.
I've seen a lot of people talk about Matt Hardy. In the Dark Order, because he recently just was released, right? So
he's good. He was, or he is gonna be, or
and he did something on YouTube with the Young Bucks too, on their being the elite thing too. So it's pretty much a done deal. He's gonna be in AEW.
Right.
At least it seems that way, Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, it seems like the cool thing nowadays is to leave WWE and go to the dark side. Which I don't blame anybody. I mean, remember Moxley's interview with Jericho? Well,
oh my God.
Yeah, the other way around. So, I mean, some came out and said that was all bullshit what Moxley was saying, but some of it's got to be true. I mean, there's reasons people are swarming out of WWE.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
So, I don't know. Matt Hardy could, make sense as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, Dark Order is now ranked the #1 tag team for the tag belts. This is another reason why I was mad that the Young Bucks won. I don't want the Dark Order anywhere near my TV. I don't like the Dark Order.
Really?
I don't like them. I don't like them.
I disagree.
Ever since the moment they came out at the first pay-per-view, I'm like, who are these guys? And then I learned who they were, and I still didn't like them.
I like them in principle. They're a really the idea behind the Dark Order is really cool. But they haven't been able to execute on it all that well, in my opinion.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem.
Because you have this group of people that are supposed to bring in jobbers and rehabilitate them and make them better, right? But they're not really doing a whole lot with that. I still don't care about these people that are in the Dark Order.
Right, and they're trying to bring.
That's
in
part
more.
That's part of the fun for me is that they're still super mysterious and shit, and the vignettes that they did and stuff.
Oh yeah, those are
super
awesome.
Badass. Mm-hmm. And I didn't like them at first. I was in the same camp as you guys. I thought they were frankly kind of cheesy. If I'm, I was nah, I'll pass. But then I don't know, man. Since Dynamite's been on air, it's been a slow burn. I mean, they could still be bad, but I've been digging it lately.
Yeah, I'm rooting for it. I want it to work because I really like the idea of it. So.
I see what you guys are saying. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever like it. I don't know.
You're fired. blocked.
You're fired.
I'm gonna go hang out with Kyle. You guys got no leaders now. So it was basically what you get out of an 8-man match. A bunch of guys beating each other up. Dark Order, all 3 of the guys not legal.
Isn't that most matches?
right.
I mean, I know what you're saying.
We'll see. With AEW, that answer is no. You see what I'm saying? Like, the answer is no. But these guys, Dark Order swarms the ring. They take out SCU. Later on, SCU swarms the ring. They take out Dark Order. SCU did a sweet RKO thing. One of the Dark Order guys tried jumping in the ring. And he hit a sweet RKO. And then Scorpio Sky lands a clean front flip over the ropes to take out 3 of the Dark Order guys. Colt Cabana hits the Chicago skyline and then a Superman pin for the 3. This is the first time I've ever seen this executed, and I was amazed. I want to see more of the guy. I'm like, that's great. Like, I like the gimmicky moves. Like, unlike the Bailey to belly suplex, I just felt like this was a good moment to plug that stupid finish move. But I like the gimmicky moves. I mean, you throw him up in the air and dumped him onto the turnbuckle. That's kind of stupid, but it's gimmicky. It makes sense. Oh, I hit my gut on the turnbuckle. And then he dies. He jumps in with the Superman pin. That was sick. I thought it was pretty sick.
I like that they got the Superman pin over. Like, they need to work to get that over. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Like, if they weren't to say anything, I'd be like, what? Okay. But they're like, that's a Superman pin. Okay, cool. I like it.
Right.
Let's have some more of that. So SCU gets the win over Dark Order, but they didn't mention anything about, does this put SCU over the Dark Order? Don't they? When do they do rankings? Is it Thursdays?
Thursday or Friday, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's
like different matches like that are like weighted differently too. So maybe a 4-man tag loss. Yeah. It might not count as much as it would have been if it was like a straight tag match or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck it works, man. They need to. They really need to explain that.
Yeah, but at least they're doing better than WWE.
No, I think it's cool that they keep records, honestly. Like, even if it's just fluff, I think it's cool that they're there.
And I think it's cool that they put it on their little name tag when they come out to the ring.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Defeated Britt Baker by a 3-second pinfall after a brainbuster at Revolution. Yay!
Cool as shit, yeah. I like that.
I can't remember what it was, but I remember laughing tonight when I think it was Hangman that came out, or maybe Mox that came out, and he was going to beat up a couple guys, and it says underneath his name, it's like, kicked both their asses.
I didn't even catch that.
I didn't see that either. That
was
rules.
pretty funny. Yeah,
that's great. I love it.
Kicked both of their asses. Nice.
So next we had Britt Baker coming out, looking all sexy in her jeans, dissing Tony Schiavone again, though. Come on.
Oh my God.
Come on, Britt. I want to like you, but Tony Schiavone's move on to JR, and then I'll say, okay, I feel you. But Tony Schiavone's still legit. Just because he used to work at Starbucks, don't bring him Starbucks every week.
I like this dynamic, though, man. I think it's funny.
It's cool. It's cool. I just play it kayfabe. You know how.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
For sure.
But, so, like, I think it's really funny shit.
Yeah.
And they have, like, the chemistry is so good, you know?
They can keep it going during commentary.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it interesting. So, Britt Baker is out there for Big Swole facing the librarian, Leva Bates. I like Leva Bates, man. It makes me so sad she's a jobber. It makes me so sad. When like All In or whatever it was, when Kylie Ray was there. Now, Thomas, Kylie Ray is my spirit wrestler. She's the most bubbly. The most bubbly wrestler in the entire world. And she comes out to the Pokemon theme in the Indies. And look at my like. Hold on, wait. There it is. She comes out to the Pokemon theme, and she's very bubbly, and she has Charmander gear. I mean, right there, Spirit Wrestler. And then she left AEW, and it made me so sad. So sad. But the librarian and, what's it, the librarian dude that I don't even know his name, were shushing each other.
Peter Avalon.
Yes.
Peter Avalon, yeah.
They were shushing each other in front of Kylie Ray. And, like, somebody sent me a screenshot of it, and, like, I have it saved in my phone to this day.
Nice.
So excellent. I wish she had more. But she doesn't. I see why. She's a librarian. What are you going to do with that?
That gimmick was dead on arrival.
It
really was.
She gets squashed in 2 minutes. Big Swole did her big dancing super spinny whoop thing, which is better than the Bailey to belly suplex. And
hey man, I think you just came up with Flipsy Doo Part 2 with that one.
Flipsy Doo's right there, Flipsy Doo.
Oh my god.
So nothing much to say about that. I think they just wanted Big Swole to look a little more swole. I don't even know if this is going to end up in rankings. They might forget it happened.
Yeah, it's just a squash match, you know.
But then again, I mean, they count everything, right? It's kind of bum if you count squash matches, but it is what it is. Big Swole deserves it. I like her. I want to see her face. Who's the chick in NXT with the rope hair?
Bianca Belair. What would you? Jesus Christ! What did you call it? Fucking George of the Jungle hair? Is that what you
George
call?
of the Jungle rope hair.
There you go. Christ.
So Thomas, in our chat, we have a thing. Like I joke around and I diss the shit out of NXT. Me and Kevin, and then all the other guys are like, AEW sucks. And I'm like, yeah, you got Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and it's good. It's good times. Yeah, so that brings us on to our Cody Rhodes promo, and probably the shocker of the night. That was absolutely amazing.
Oh, my God.
Cody comes out and basically says MJF is a freaking cheater, and he hit me with a ring, and the only way that he can be happy is if MJF and comes out and looks him in the eye and says that he beat him fair and square. And then I'll let one of you guys drop it. Whose music hit?
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh, my God. Look, like my man is so old now.
Yeah, that was such a major shock, dude. I have not seen that guy since,
it wasn't
like,
on any dirt sheets or anything. Like, wow.
Yeah.
So Jake comes out and he owns Cody. Like,
oh my God. Jesus Christ.
He's like, stop crying, you wimp.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he makes Cody his bitch. I mean, there's no other way to put it, you know? I mean, it was like, that was fire. He was not fucking around.
It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. He told Cody it took him 20 years to get it clean and right, which we all know. Any casual wrestling fans knows he had problems with alcoholism. That's why he ended up stopping wrestling. But it seems like he's clean now. Although his voice is blew out.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, well, he's got to be close to 70 years old.
Yeah,
I imagine.
Yeah. I was waiting to see a DDT on Cody. I was so ready for it.
The originator.
Oh Jesus.
His purpose of being in AEW, he told Cody, is that where's it at in the notes? What the hell did he call him? I lost my place.
Was his client? He
said his client is the dark side.
There you go.
That's what it was. The dark side right there. And they're going to plant roots in AEW. And when the dark side, this client, faces Cody Rhodes, Jake the Snake is going to be outside. And he said something about dissing Arn Anderson, saying you have old-ass Arn Anderson outside. So some kind of seed was planted for tonight. And Kevin, you know, when it comes to WWE story, I don't give two shits. I don't care why anybody is wrestling anybody. I don't care why anybody gets a title shot just because they botch it so much. But with AEW, I'm so intrigued. Who is this guy? Who is your client? Who is your client? I want to know. I mean,
you could speculate that it could be either the dudes that we were saying was the Exalted One, honestly. You know, Matt Hardy, Brody Lee, they would totally make sense.
Valid. Maybe they're in the back flipping a coin, like, okay, Brody Lee, you go with them. Yeah. Matt Hardy, you're going with Jake the Snake. You got to learn how to tame a snake real quick.
Jesus Christ.
So, yes, they planted seeds tonight, and I'm very, very curious as to who it is. I do have to plug it, though. How disappointing was freaking Rowan's cage?
Oh, my God.
Now, didn't you say that your son thought it was the coolest thing in the world?
Yeah, he was like, oh, that's some kind of fucking spider that he watches YouTube videos about that I know nothing about, some big, long, like, science name. And I was like, really? And he goes, yeah, man, that's cool as hell. And I was
I can feel that 100% because I do have 4 kids. And I will remember when Bobby Lashley, who did he have that tug of war with? Was it Braun Strowman?
Yes. Yep.
And everybody's like, why are they having a tug of war match? My kids were so into it. They're like, oh my God, who's going to pull this? So I was telling people on Twitter, shut up. This one's for the kids, okay? Who cares? So when you said that, that's what I thought. But at the same time, I thought, but this is a 6 month drawn out storyline that had a flop finish. That come on, man, what are you doing?
They didn't have an end in mind. They just came up with something.
Right? They're like, let's do this.
It was
we
awful.
come up with something. Like, have it be a severed head of like Matt Hardy or something stupid. I mean, at least that would make sense. But you have a spider. I mean,
Dumb. It was dumb.
So I had to plug that. Next we had my personal favorite in AEW coming out to get their asses whooped like they completely have been. Chuck Taylor versus Pac.
Yeah.
The best friends are my favorite thing in all of AEW.
No,
Best friends.
you gotta be lying.
Oh, I'm serious. It's a heart attack. I love the best friends.
Oh my god.
I love Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy is my second.
Orange Cassidy is the best thing about the best friends.
Yes, and he brings out the best in the best friends. But you're facing Pac. I mean, you know, I figured Pac was gonna honestly shit on like all three of them.
Well, I thought Pac was gonna shit on Orange Cassidy at Revolution, and that match was legit.
Yeah, man.
Orange Cassidy like kicked his ass for a while, and
he can go, man. Yeah.
Holy crap!
When he tries.
Yeah. No, that's the thing that's really cool about it. It's like he does nothing for like 5 minutes. And then for like a minute and a half, it's like the craziest shit you've ever seen in your life.
A little context on why the best friends are my favorite thing in AEW. I love jokes. I absolutely love joke gimmicks. I love everything about jokes. Like you probably weren't watching Raw. This is what I bring up every time I bring up a joke gimmick. When the Usos replaced Revival's ass cream with
Jesus
Uzi
Christ.
Hot.
Oh my god.
That was one of the best things I've ever seen in my entire life. I want to see more of it. I want to see more of it. That's me. They had an online promo where I don't even know the backstage chick's name. She goes up to Orange Cassidy and she goes, "Word on the street is you're going to try tonight." And the best friends are like, "If he's going to try, he hasn't even told us, but we don't care.
Yeah.
We're going to rub massage cream on him and make sure he's hydrated." And like they're pouring water in his mouth and rubbing massage cream on his shoulders. That's the best thing in the world right there. He ain't even got to talk. He just stands there and gets fed water.
That was really funny. They were like, "Yo, we didn't say he was gonna try tonight. He might try tonight."
It's so good. I absolutely love the best friends. And next in my notes, the best friends are ranked number 4. Number 4. That's not too far to the top. I mean, give them a couple.
They could
wins.
make a push.
They probably won't. So
it's too high. Honestly, that's way too high.
So Chuck Taylor and Pac.
What's that?
Another basic match.
Oh.
Pac jumps out of the ring and goes face to face with Orange Cassidy. Trent steps in, basically saying "fuck you." I do have to plug the fact that JR got something right. JR's like, "Here's picture in picture," and then picture in picture happened.
Dude. Oh my god! I feel like I've never had anybody plug picture in picture so much. Like,
it took him so long to get it right.
I know there's that too, but it's just like dude, we all know what picture in picture is, bro.
Or even worse, when he's like, "We'll be right back," and then they don't go to commercial.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh wait, hold up." It's so
there's like a weird thing happening between like them and like all their international partners where like there'll be commercials sometimes, so he has to call out commercials for
really?
So like
maybe that's why it's so weird. We call him out every week. We call him out.
Yeah.
I don't mean to, because JR was part of my Attitude Era childhood.
And they still announce while we're in commercial. They still do the announcing for people that don't get commercials. It's weird, man. It's very weird.
Oh
shit!
Good times.
I didn't know that.
Sorry, JR. I still love you, man. I still love you.
He's a legend.
So, Pac controls most of this match. Chuck got a false 3, and like I would have popped like off my seat if freaking Chuck Taylor would have beat Pac.
Right? That would have been nuts.
Lucha Bros show up.
Yeah.
Chuck gets tapped out as I expected. Lucha Bros show up. Clean house. Everybody beats everybody's ass. Pac announces that the Lucha Bros and Pac are now the Death Triangle. And then they say that something in Spanish. I don't. Where's Vince when you need him?
They probably just said Death Triangle in Spanish.
Yeah, that was my guess.
Yeah, but I must say that it's not near as exciting as Asuka and her Japanese.
Oh my god!
I don't care what you're saying. Whoever you just talking to just got. Becky, you're done. Whatever she said to you, you got.
And then, the best part of her is then at the end she'll like say like, "You fucking suck" in English, and you're just like, "Oh man, I do suck," you know. It hurts that much more, you know.
Oh, for real, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'll try better next time. Oh, so the Death Triangle is a thing. We are having a lot of seeds planted tonight, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't really see Pac and the Lucha Bros as a thing, but I mean they'll make it work. It's AEW. Sean Spears.
Well, I've heard.
Go ahead.
I've heard rumors for a while that they might do like a 6-man tag match or tag belts. Yeah, I'm not into it either. Mid-card belt would be worlds better. But I've heard rumors of that, so maybe that's something they're setting up for.
They're trying to be different. So, I mean,
that's the thing that works in like Lucha Libre, like Mexican wrestling. Like that's very popular there. I don't think it's that popular in USA or Canada. Like,
I'm not into it.
Yeah.
Give me a mid-card belt.
I mean, it is the Lucha Bros, though. Maybe they were like, look, if we're going to be part of your stuff, you got to bring in my culture somehow.
Yeah, but if they do that, like, who else is going to challenge for that? You know,
you got SCU, you got Dark Order, you got Inner
Jungle
Circle.
Express.
But they're also in the tag. But they're also in the tag division.
I thought we were going a whole show without bringing that shirtless shit up, Kevin.
Hey man, whatever. I don't like them either. You know, not in the way that they're using them anyway.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't.
I mean, you're right. It's hard to kayfabe it with that dude. He's just like, I could throw him across the fucking room if I wanted to. He's tiny, you know.
He's gonna get stepped on in the freaking locker room.
Well, Luchasaurus is gonna step on him because he won't even fucking see him. You know, they'll just be hanging out.
Quick plug though to when Luchasaurus is like, "What? You thought I was gonna talk like a dinosaur?"
I know, that was so good. That was so good.
Okay, so Sean Spears, Mr. I Got Super Kicked by Shawn Michaels, is looking for a tag team partner. And here I was. I'm like, oh, they're planting more seeds tonight. Awesome. No, he's looking for a legit tag team partner. Bro, let's plug Jay Thunder, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being serious as a heart attack. At least, I mean, let's throw it out there. Let's surprise Jay and get him out there. I mean, he's always sending us videos in the chat. I mean, they're out there.
Yeah. Jay Thunder
Thomas,
to
you don't
AEW.
even know. We have an official, actual tag team champion as part of our crew. He's,
really?
Wrestles in the Chicago area. I can't remember the name of the promotion.
Stuff. But yeah, he's an actual tag team champion. He has actual gold. That's pretty legit.
Right on.
He has a mean spear.
Yeah, oh my god!
I wouldn't want to take one from
his shoulder, spearing a guy. The guy like buckled too early, and he dislocated his shoulder.
What?
Yeah,
it's good time. He sent us pictures from the ER.
That's nuts, dude.
It's good times. Jay Thunder is good people though, but for real,
he is.
I mean, it's hashtag search for Spears. Search for Spears. Let's send him Spears. Oh my god!
Oh my god, dude! It's perfect.
Too perfect. Too perfect.
Oh my god.
Oh, so I said, like, I'm legit dead serious. I say we surprise Jay and we send him some videos.
All right.
QT Marshall versus Jack Hager. I forgot QT Marshall was a thing. Who is this guy?
Is he a thing?
He's a thing.
I don't really know.
He had a match tonight.
I know he has some connection to Cody, but like I didn't watch, I'm like you, Rob. I didn't watch, any wrestling for like over a decade, honestly, until recently. So like he might have been a thing like while I wasn't watching, to be honest with you. And I kind of get that impression that like he had some kind of connection with Cody while they were in like WWE together. But I don't know that,
Right. I don't know. I don't remember ever hearing his name because like I didn't watch for a decade, but I did sort of kind of pay attention, but I don't know. Anyway, Jack Hager, undefeated in MMA, can beat the world. He'll beat Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield at the same time against QT Marshall. Basic big guy back and forth match. Nothing major. Nothing of AEW match of the year caliber. Hager gets the win with the standing arm triangle. I can't even kayfabe how fast he knocked this dude out. I mean, like, really? Like, it was literally like 3 seconds, and then ref's like, oh, ring the bell. Come on, man. Give it a minute. Like, let the guy fall asleep.
He didn't do the arm 3 times. He just did it once, right?
Yes, and nowadays that's the thing. You don't really do it 3 times anymore.
Okay,
like, that's one thing I noticed. It's if he's out, he's out. Which takes me back to when Hulk Hogan wrestled Rowdy Piper, and Rowdy Piper won with a sleeper. I thought it was such a boring finish to a match, but I was a teenager. I was like, that's stupid. Nowadays,
that was his thing,
though.
though.
That was his thing. So cool, you know. I was mad because I was always a Hollywood Hogan fan. So yeah, he knocks him out in like 2.5 seconds, and I was like, "Come on, what are you doing?" Inner Circle comes out. Cody comes running out. Everybody comes running out. Page comes running out with a beer in his hand. There you go, Adam Page coming out to help the Inner Circle.
I wouldn't say running out.
Okay, yeah, he kind of stumbled with a beer in his hand.
He kind of stumbled.
He just strolled out. He's going for a stroll.
It was a very casual night for him.
Got to the ring somehow. He's like, oh, I'm here. Okay.
Maybe I should help somebody.
So he steps in the ring,
Fuck it.
and he puts his beer on the freaking ring post.
Yeah.
It's the freaking best thing ever. And then he starts whomping on the Inner Circle. And then Matt Jackson comes out. After they're like, Matt Jackson and his brother aren't in the area. They're not even here because they're not medically cleared to travel. And then here's Matt Jackson.
Of course, that means that they're going to be there any second.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was only Matt. You know, he was by himself. Paige ends up walking away with 5 drinks in his hand. My man took 5 drinks from the crowd.
That's hilarious.
And he might even grabbed another one while I was writing that note down. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he needed a whole 6-pack, right? You know, so
he was just taking beers from other people and pouring it into his beer. Freaking great.
Jesus Christ. Perfect.
So as he's walking to the back with a liquor store in his hand, Matt Jackson is looking unhappy. So they're planting more seeds. Paige is gonna flip or end up too drunk to wrestle or something or another. After this, we had an MJF promo, but I had children to put to bed, so I didn't get to watch it. Did you guys get to catch this promo? Did he say anything cool?
Basically, it was Wardlow was like standing behind him, looking fucking tough the whole time.
Wardlow's looking tough. Wardlow's legit.
God, what the hell was he saying? Oh, he was like, "Yo, I'm coming for the title. I don't care who I have to go through, whether it's." You know, Chris Jericho.
He was gloating about beating Cody, and then he made a remark about the neck tattoo and how that sucks.
I popped for that. I popped because I was like, "Fuck yeah!" He was the only one on the whole show that addressed that elephant in the room, and it was hilarious. Like, and then at the end of it, he was like, "You know why I'm gonna do all this? Because I'm better than you, and you know it." And he kissed the ring, and
he had a T-shirt on.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I pinned Cody.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll put it on AEWshop.com right now. Oh
my god. My god.
It's so great. Oh, I like the seeds they're playing with MJF. Didn't he flip off a 7-year-old?
Yeah, apparently people were like pissed about that too.
I mean, he's in character, man. I mean, go back to the 80s. Y'all gonna be really pissed.
Oh my god. Well, people really did get pissed then, man. Like there were dudes that were like heels that were afraid to like leave the arenas and shit sometimes.
Right.
Like legit, you know. Like
who was it? It was Jerry. Like it made me think of a story I read online. It involved Jerry the King Lawler and like a house show. And it was, who the hell was it? Was it the Iron Sheik? It was like the Iron Sheik, like Jerry Lawler had a match, and then he had a match with the Iron Sheik, and like there was some stipulation, but basically Lawler got knocked out with a chair, and then the Sheik came out. I want to say it was a Sheik. I could be wrong, But whoever he was supposed to fight second came in and got the pin because Lawler got knocked out. And he said the heat in that building, they had to bring cops in to escort the wrestler out because of the storyline. That's legit wrestling. That right there is what it used to be. But y'all gonna be mad because my man flipped his middle finger up. Meanwhile, in the Attitude Era, you got Shawn Michaels go like this.
Yeah. No shit.
Every time I see that animation, I wonder what that guy's doing right at that moment that I see it. Just because, dude, you got by Shawn Michaels, man.
Oh.
So moving on. Main event. Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin and Jon Moxley. Now, if you remember earlier in the night, Chris Jericho told Jon Moxley, if you walk out of this building under your own power, I will leave AEW for 60 days. Next thing you know, Jon Moxley is trying to come out. He gets his ass whipped by 3 thugs in AEW coats and masks, which turned out to be Santana Ortiz and Jack Hager. They whooped his ass in the back, threw him into walls, took out his kneecaps, hit him with garbage cans. So while he's getting beat up, Darby Allin's like, well, let's just have the match. Let's go. Don't go back there and help Jon Moxley or nothing. You know, just
Yeah, I know, right?
let's just have the match. It was a good match, back and forth, nothing super to talk about. It is what you expected, except for the fact that I expected Moxley to come out. Allen's about to lose, and then Moxley's music hits, and the crowd pops, and everybody goes nuts, and Moxley saves the day.
Yeah.
Darby Allin
that's
lost.
kind of what I expected to happen, too.
Darby Allin lost.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, I was just going to, like, I mean, Darby Allin looks super strong, though, too, man. I mean, he basically took...
He
know,
had
Jericho and Guevara.
On all 4
Oh, my God.
Outside of the ring. And then he had the coffin
Dude is
drop
going
in
to
the
die
middle of
doing
the ring.
that sometime.
Yeah.
He's going to just, like, oh, my God. But,
Yeah.
oh, I mean...
I had no idea who Darby Allin was before AEW, but, like, he's a star in my eyes, man. Like, he's
so
top
good.
tier for me.
He
Oh,
really
for
is.
sure.
He really is.
Yeah.
He does his spot so well.
The first...
He's
like,
really
the
good at
shit
fighting from underneath, you know, like fighting a losing battle. Like, he's really good at doing that kind of stuff. Getting his second win or third win, fourth win, like, it's really, like, it's believable.
Yeah.
And it's really well done.
We have
like-
we have Aaron in our chat who he's not talking shit about Moxley, but he says like Jon Moxley isn't as scary as he should be. He's not as scary as like everybody else makes him out to be. And he basically said that he'd rather not get caught by Darby Allin in a dark alley than Jon Moxley.
What's that face paint?
And that's valid, man. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
Jon Moxley's supposed to be the biggest, baddest, scariest dude out there, which I think he's doing his job, but he's right. Darby Allin, like, that's... I'm not going near that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay.
But yeah, to speak to Darby Allin going into like, you know, second, third, fourth, fifth gear when he needs to, like that one spot, like when he did the pretend tag to himself.
Yeah, that was
Like,
great.
I didn't even see it. Oh, man. I'm going to go back and
Yeah,
watch it now.
and it would look like he was like basically giving himself a hot tag, and it
That's
was a
excellent.
really cool spot. Yeah,
That's good.
I really
times.
liked it a lot.
I like little things
Yeah.
like that. That's great. So, Allin ends up getting pinned or submitted or however the hell he did it. Now Jon Moxley comes out after the match. After Darby Allin decided to go wrestle instead of go help his friend from getting his skull crushed in, here comes Jon Moxley. Moxley comes out and he whomps on the inner circle and everybody's like, oh my God, Jon Moxley's gonna... Nope. He got taken up to the top and got quadruple team powerbombed through a table off the stage. And Jericho wins the bet because ain't nobody getting up from that. Nobody is walking away from that. Jericho wins the bet.
I get to see him in Rochester, probably, hopefully.
Maybe. Maybe if Moxley can walk. So that was it.
Well, no, I meant
That's how it
Jericho. I
ended.
meant Jericho.
Oh, okay, yes. Because, Moxley couldn't walk away. So, I mean, make sure you sing that song with everybody else because that song
Oh,
is
100%.
amazing.
100%.
So that's it. That's how the night ended. I thought it was an excellent show. I really did.
Yeah. I mean, especially following pay-per-view like that, because like you were saying to like the point of the WWE shows, usually it's just like a rerun of the pay-per-view, and it's like this. It felt like, I mean, they kept some of the rivalries and shit going, but there were a lot of seeds planted for a lot of new stuff, So I'm excited. I'm really excited about where things are going.
Yeah, we got to see a new faction come out as well. It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then we got to see Jake talking about his new guy. And so it sounds like Jake's going to be a regular thing, which I'm cool with. I'm cool with.
Yeah, that's really cool,
too. His presence
too.
alone is like, that's top notch.
Right? I really like what they're doing with those legend dudes like that, making them managers, you know, with like Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. Now, hopefully, Jake the Snake. It's awesome because they can still kill it on the mic, you know, and they know how to tell a story as a manager, you know, outside of the ring. It adds so much to it.
And they have that star power as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Although they did kind of go a little too far. Like, I'm the biggest Attitude Era guy you will ever find. But I'll even say they went a little too far when they had DDP in the tag match.
Yeah, I would agree. Although even that said, I was way fucking more impressed with what he could do at the age he was than I thought I'd be. But yeah, that was they probably should have left that one alone.
Valid.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
It's good times though. I'm excited to see where they're going. Like I always say, if I had to like flip a coin or choose between WWE or AEW, I'd be on AEW like all day. Like I said, like I play Destiny during Raw and SmackDown now, but like AEW, no, that's my boo. That gets my TV time. It's definitely good. I'm excited to see where it's going. I'm excited to see how bunked up John Moxley got though. Is he gonna be in a wheelchair next year or next week? Is he gonna be on crutches?
Right.
Because I mean, you say like you can't walk out of here. Let's drag it on. I bumped him up so bad he still can't walk out of here.
What if he has to like relinquish the championship or something?
No, that's
No, that's
a
WWE
WWE
right
move.
I mean,
You're
I
fired.
hope not.
You're fired.
I hope that Mox has like a long reign with this. Like I hope all their champions have a long reign, like a year or 9 months or something like that.
To a point. I personally like a title like changing at a pay-per-view and then changing again on Raw. Once in a while. Great blue moon.
Yeah. Like once a year.
Yeah.
Like do that.
Yeah.
Speaking of once a year, WrestleMania is going to be 1 year that Becky Lynch has had her title. How many months now have I been saying it's time? It's time. It's time.
Forever.
It's time.
And I agree.
It's time.
I agree.
It's time.
And like Shayna Baszler's perfect to take it off of
It's
her.
so good.
By the way, like
The only
she's
thing
a
I don't like about the Shayna Baszler thing is like it ruins the Elimination Chamber match. Why? I'm not even gonna watch it. I will, but you know what I'm saying. Like you know who's gonna win. You know who's gonna win. Last year Elimination Chamber, I was new to the scene, so I didn't really know anything. But this year, I'm like, so Shayna Baszler's gonna win. Come on. Shout to Nia Jax though, running through the chamber pod glass last year.
Right? Oh my fucking god.
That was good times. So I think that's it. That's our show. Any thoughts, guys?
Get out of here then, people. We don't watch you anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to hang out with you guys
I'm just
anymore.
kidding. Yeah.
It's time for me to hit the bed.
Yeah, buddy. I got some post editing to do. Vince made us that sick freaking thumbnail. Cody
Yeah.
whatever it was. Because Jake was like, Cody's a bitch.
Vince is so good at making those goddamn thumbnails, man. Shout out.
Yeah,
He's really good at it.
So those of you that made it this far, thank you for listening. We'll have more for you. There's also an NXT side being recorded right now. There's some suckers. Don't worry, man. Velveteen Dream and bro. Shout to Vince. Shout to your side, homie. Those who stayed with us this long, thank you for listening. Peace out.